Welcome to the Weekly Watch, where a week is subjective to time. I am your host, Darkly10000, and with me, as always, is Nathan.
Hey.
And Truman.
The last one was like 3 weeks ago, wasn't it?
It was not. It was 2 weeks.
Was it only 2 weeks, really?
Yeah, it's been much.
It's like,
I'm
what
impressed.
really
I thought it was
is...
at least 3.
What really is a week?
7 days.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at
that'd be a
you,
week right there.
Mr. Science and Math.
Jay, you realize that saying a week is relative to time, it's like saying time is relative to time.
Well, time
a
is
week
relative to
measurement
time.
of time.
Time is relative to time and space.
Boom! Checkmate. Checkmate, atheist.
Mm.
I love that phrase, by the way. I don't know why. There's so few times when I really get to use it, though. Yeah.
Since, yeah? Okay. Great to
All
be
right.
here. So, what did we finish watching?
Mushi-shi.
Mushi-shi.
Yeah, I finished it a while ago.
It's been a week
At this
since I
point.
watched.
Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
it's a bunch of small episodic things, so...
Also, I did watch episode 1 of season 2, so it's kind of like I just saw it a few days ago.
Yeah, I also watched. I think I watched the first episode. Did I watch 1 or 2?
The episode
watched-
1 was with sake.
I watched 2. I watched 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember now.
God damn this show, though.
What do you mean, goddamn show? Actually,
No. I liked it, alright? I totally liked it. But then I realized I was about 7 episodes in by the end of the second week.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh shit. And as soon as it becomes a marathon watch, you want to just kill yourself.
I can see that.
okay. Well, okay.
Yeah.
I watched 10 episodes in a row on the train back.
See, but you wanted to.
Well, okay, I was on the train. There was nothing else for me really to do. So,
Exactly.
You know what 10
Yeah.
episodes isn't? It is not 20 episodes.
That's true. I was very proud of
Did
you when you
just
said you
straight
didn't
watch
marathon
20 episodes?
20 episodes. That's what Jay always does. Jay just marathons everything the day before we record. I don't know if you haven't noticed that. That's
No,
what Jay
I
does
know.
for every single show.
But I figured with this one, since he was like, okay, this probably isn't a good show to marathon.
It
he would
wasn't.
Try and pace it out.
I tried pacing it out. Then things happened.
So what I want to say, just because this show reminded me a lot of another show I watched while I was at sea that I also really liked. Because I'll just say right now, I really liked Mushi-shi. The problem is, this was probably the worst time in my entire life to watch this show, just because I'm just crazy busy right now. And like, this is a show that like is really like I would have really liked to watch like at night with a drink and with just like nothing to do, you know?
Yeah.
So I really
This
didn't
is a
have
good show
that.
to end the day with.
Exactly. It's such a show to just like relax with. It's such a relaxing show.
Like, I don't think I watched one episode of the show before 6 p.m.
It's awesome in that just relaxing, just to relax to.
Except for when I
And-
was on the train.
It reminded me of another show I watched when I was back sailing,
Don't you dare.
which was what was it called? It was something Aria. It was
No.
a show basically about this girl, these girls who were like Venice boat drivers. It was like this Venice. It was a whole world that
Gondola?
was just Venice world. Yeah, it's gondola, and there were these like gondola girls, I guess, and they just did stuff.
You can't see it, but I'm doing the gagging motion because it is terrible.
And I loved the first season of it because it had the same kind of feel of just super relaxed, like just laid back, like not it wasn't like I guess it was technically a slice of life because it didn't have a story, but there was no like driving motive. It was just chill out and relax, and I loved it. And then I suggested it to Jay, and he hated it and dropped it after 3 episodes.
It's boring.
And that's what Mushi-shi reminded me a lot of, because it was just like I wanted to just relax, watch it, and just chill out. And I tried to do that as much as I could.
It's a good show. I just don't want to touch it for the next year.
Well, Jay, just to let you know, the new season is only 12 episodes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Next year.
So it's not going to be like there isn't this unbearable weight bearing down on you if you do end up watching it.
Also, it's only one episode a week at this point.
And that's if he chooses right now to watch it. But I'm saying in like a month, 2 months, if he does decide to watch it, it's not a giant, massive.
But I mean, it's a good show. It's got those it's all self-contained stories. It goes into folklore or somewhat folklore that I kind of love. That I'd love, kind of like the reasons why I like XXX Holic. And then it has the Journeyman's kind of thing, which is why I like Kino's Journey, and put those together. It's really good. It's just when you watch it episode after episode after episode, and every episode he has to explain what the Mushi-shi are.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh my god, these people are still blind? I don't care how large this country is, it's still only like Japan. It's... How can no one have heard of it in every place ever by now? If there are people journeying.
There's the few wandering Mushi-shi, and then there's the normal people who don't know anything about it.
The thing is, like, no matter where he goes, he finds a problem with Mushi.
I mean, yeah, there's always problems with something. The world is full of suffering.
Well, yeah, but it's like no matter where he goes, there's a Mushi problem that he can solve.
I mean, there's not going to be an episode of there not being a problem. He goes somewhere, nothing's wrong, he leaves. That would be that would just kind of really bottom out.
No, it's not. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be problems every episode. There needs to be a problem every episode, but you would expect some people to be more aware of it. There's like 2 episodes where people are like, "Oh, it's a Mushi. I've heard of that before."
There's almost never people who might have slightly heard of a Mushi.
I guess that's what you guys are saying. I don't know. I'm of the... No, there's sometimes when people have heard of it, but it's like, you know...
it's like 2 episodes.
Maybe it wasn't that
24, 26.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I had something else to say. Oh, one thing I really liked about it is just the kind of lack of, the good versus bad dynamic in pretty much all the episodes. All the episodes were kind of just very neutral. Like, very few of them had a happy or sad ending. It's kind of just like all right, story's over now.
Well, that was one thing I found interesting about Ginkgo, is that there's that one episode where the girl, like, writes all the Mushi-shi stories.
Right.
Ginkgo's, like, the one Mushi-shi that isn't like, oh, we just gotta kill the Mushi and that'll solve the problem.
Yeah. So he in himself is just very different from the standard Mushi.
I love the fact that his clothing is like, it's more modern than everyone else's, and it makes him stand out so much.
Also, the white hair and the fact that he has
his character is so special.
He's a pretty awesome character.
He looks cool.
Very true.
It's like he looks like a badass, kind of wandering through town.
I mean, that's kind of what he is.
Yeah.
Badass wandering through town.
I mean, you can make this a samurai flick. Just put the same character, put a little samurai hat, and give him a little samurai sword.
And instead of solving Mushi problems, you kill bandits.
Yeah,
and then you
kind of like the Incredible Hulk TV show, where when Bruce Banner was a wandering guy and would solve like little towns' problems by hulking out.
Is that real? Is that a thing?
Yeah, this is the TV show.
That's the one with Bruce Original, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that sounds so stupid. That's the stupidest concept.
It's like a 70s show.
It's like Bruce Banner just walking around and just
they're being kidnapped.
Let me just hulk it up and save the day. All right, I'm out. See you guys.
It was the greatest. Because like he couldn't stay in he also can't stay in a town for very long because of his hulkness. While he attracts Mushi and Mushi-shi.
Also, like, I don't get some of the explanations for some of the Mushi.
No, I gave up on that.
They consume light, but they produce light. What?
Well, I don't know. I assume kind of the concept of the Mushi-shi is to be a kind of like folklore, like an explanation of a common occurrence.
Yeah.
An unexplainable like an explanation for the unexplainable. That's kind of like the core concept of the Mushi-shi.
No, of the Mushi.
So, that's why the
Mushi-shi is
that's
the
what I
man
mean.
who studied
Sorry,
that.
of the Mushi, the Mushi. You know what I mean?
I know, but just some of the explanations he gives kind of contradict themselves. At least that's what it seems like. Maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention.
I mean, it's because they're all different. That's the thing.
Well, no, like there would be a Mushi that feeds on silence, but then that person
So
can't hear anything unless there's smoke around. If it's
Well,
feeding on
that's-
silence, shouldn't he be constantly
No.
hearing something?
he is. It's so loud is the thing.
Okay, that makes more sense. That he can't hear anything because it's too loud.
By the way,
That's why.
the English dub is really good, and since it's not like direct translations of, because it's not like direct Japanese folklore. It's just
Oh yeah.
so it works is what I'm basically saying, and they do a good job.
I actually didn't watch it a while ago because I think I mentioned this that I wanted to watch the dub or sub instead of a dub. But I guess I don't know. I guess you got your blessing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Except for every kid is voiced by the same person.
Okay, well, most people look the same in the show.
Yeah, every kid looks the same and is voiced by the same person in English.
Like every guy looks pretty much the same. Every girl looks pretty much the same, unless they're old.
Actually.
It's like if I were
It's the
to...
one middle-aged person that stands out.
It's the white hair and green eye.
Yeah. Like the only difference between the men and the women are the clothing. That's it. And a bit of hair. But even some women have short hair.
Hey, yeah, hair's gonna be different. Come on, give him credit.
I just did.
Gotta give credit where credit's due.
But,
I mean, this was all like an all storyline show. The art wasn't what sold this show. It was nice, but it wasn't something that it wasn't like mind blowing. Really?
Yeah. I thought it fit the show really well.
Oh no, it definitely fits the tone of the show. But like the art, this isn't a show.
it's not like Kill la Kill where it's eye candy, and your eyes have to go to.
Robot. What was that robot show we watched that goes like the story was
Majestic
it
Princess,
was
just chomp
It
chomp.
was stupid and shitty, but it was beautiful. You could tell someone, hey, turn the sound off, skip all the scenes that aren't giant robots, and it's just beautiful to watch. So it's not that.
This is like looking
tone of the show.
This is like looking at a very nice painting hanging on someone's wall.
That's what I was thinking. It's like that episode where the guy painted on his kimono jacket or whatever. That painting was like it just so fit the show, and it, like the entire mountain range looked like that. It just works.
Oh yeah.
So, is there any points of doing favorite characters?
There's
There's
one
like
character.
there's like two characters.
Yeah, there's like the dude. There's like the guy.
Ginkgo.
He's like friend with glasses. Yeah,
Who's-
there's like the guy Ginkgo.
The
There's like the
guy
merchant
that's obsessed
buddy
with
that's in like maybe in 2 or 3 episodes, and then everyone else is in 1 episode only.
Oh, there is a movie. Well, it's like an hour episode that came out
Yeah.
at the beginning of this year, I think. That announced the second season, and the girl that writes the stories was in that, as well as the doctor guy that's obsessed with Mushi.
Well, she seems pretty important.
Yeah.
But what was it? There's also a live action movie of this.
What?
Really? That sounds awful.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, kind of like Death Note had a live action movie.
Wasn't the Death Note movie just awful, just so bad?
I don't know. I haven't watched it. I don't plan to watch it.
Oh,
But I
man.
just wanted to throw that out there,
Yeah, I don't know. I watched the hour long episode special thing.
Oh yeah, how was
Like
that?
it was good. It's basically just another episode
Yeah.
that was slightly longer. Like the actual episode content was slightly longer, and then there was like a 5 minute block on each end at the very beginning, at the end, that didn't really need to be there. It was like the doctor guy going, "Oh, I'm so excited for this eclipse to happen because then I'll get to see Mushi." And then he ends up not getting to see any Mushi. He doesn't, his eyesight isn't strong enough, I guess. But like a bunch of normal people can. And then at the end, Ginkgo goes to see him. He's like, "Did you see the Mushi?" He's like, "No." And then Ginkgo's like, "Well, I'm gonna leave now because I gotta go tell the girl my story." He's like, "Wait, no, you gotta come back and tell me what happened." And that's it. It's like these 5 minute blocks to tell that one joke. It just should have been a regular episode, 30 minute span.
I see.
Alright.
It was a good episode, but they didn't need that like extra 10 minutes.
It didn't need to be. Actually, kind of the opposite of that. You know the one? Remember the one with the fields? There was like the one with the girl second Mushi-shi, and like the fields that got like taken over by this plant.
Oh yeah, the fire one.
That was one I think felt that was one that needed I felt to be longer. Like I felt like it felt really rushed when I saw it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Just because you brought up like that one's too long. I just remember seeing that one and be like it felt like they needed more time to kind of do the whole thing.
The thing is, after they burn the fields and the fire Mushi get out, I feel
Yeah,
like
like
it's hard
between.
to really make an episode based on the following part.
I know. I think the following part is definitely that's what really needed to be more have more to it. Just the village kind of living in this state of fear of my God, hearing my echo is really bothering me right now.
Yeah, I've been annoyed by it too.
Oh, I don't hear it.
Which means it's not your fault, Jay.
Which means it's your problem, Jay.
It's not my problem.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the kind of the village living in fear of just these, I don't know what to call them, wisp.
Yeah, they're basically
Mushi.
will-o-wisp things.
Yeah, there's these will-o-wisp kind of like going around. Like I don't know, I thought that's something that really could have been its own episode.
The problem with that is that they don't. The solution to that problem was to be careful. There wasn't like Ginkgo wasn't going to figure something out. He wasn't going to have a realization, and then
And well, that's even without him literally fixing it, I think just that theme would have deserved its own episode. Like even without a fix, I think that would have deserved an episode.
well, the thing is, it has a fix. The fix is just waited out. That's what they
Oh,
did.
I mean like another like a fix. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like I felt like it would be kind of boring. It would just kind of be a montage.
I guess I mean yeah, different opinions.
Montage. So,
All right, so scores.
yeah, that's it. I know that all my misery with this show was totally self-inflicted, but I would give it a solid 8.
All right.
Just
No, finish up. Sorry.
simply because of all the bad times I had, just being like, oh my God, can this be done now?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, especially when you marathon 7 episodes at a time when you don't want to.
Pretty much.
Yep, that's what's gonna happen. Maybe you'll give Aria another shot sometime, Jay.
Yeah, except for Aria was 3 episodes.
No, now it's gonna be 12.
I'll kill you.
All right. Well, I gave it a 9 because I really like these relaxing shows. Uh, I kind of didn't get the full enjoyment out of it because I'm pretty hectic right now. But I really like kind of just chill out, relaxing shows. So I
What-
thought it was really well done. 9.
What's the matter, Truman? Life too chaotic? Can't handle it?
Honestly, yeah, like yes, like I'm more busy than I've ever been ever before. Like it's just so much shit to do 24/7. Like the only time I like watch anything now is if I'm actively putting something else off. And then I kind of just like, oh well, I could do it tonight, but I can also do it tomorrow. It's like I have something that I need to do tonight, but I'm gonna put it off for a little bit.
Sounds like a great idea. Nathan?
I agree with Truman. I give it a 9. And I remember Truman kind of said this earlier, where there's like there's no real good or evil in the show. And a lot of the episodes, there are some of them where it's like you solve the problem and everyone's happy. And there are some episodes, like the one with the guy that his dreams become reality, where the problem kind of gets solved, but it's not a happy ending.
Yeah.
And then there's some episodes where he just can't solve the problem, like the mountain one where the master gets eaten by a Mushi. And it's, you can't do anything about that. And then,
I thought that was awesome.
I wouldn't say it's realistic, but I don't know. The world feels
It's different.
cohesive, and I don't know. It's kind of real that way. It's hard to explain.
If you guys like this show, you really should check out Kino's Journey.
I'll check it out.
Also,
once school's
check
done.
out Aria. I don't know how did you not like Aria, Jay?
Because
I
it's
don't
boring.
Like,
Because it's boring and full of just cute girls doing things.
but it's like not like K-On! Is just cute girls doing things.
No. What we're watching this season is cute girls just doing things.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll get to that later, but...
Rabbit Cafe is just cute girls doing things. Aria, I thought Aria was totally different. I thought Aria, I also gave Aria a 9. Like I just looked it up right now. I also gave it a 9, and I think it's definitely in the exact same category as Mushi-shi was.
Let's move on to the weekly watch.
All right. Well, this one might take a while.
Starting with last season, Nisekoi. Still going.
Oh yeah. So what? The introduction of the new girl.
The new girl, huh? Guys?
So, well, with what we saw, I mean, at the very end of the episode is when they kind of do the personality change. So we don't really have a good idea of who she is right now, since apparently the whole episode was her fake personality.
But the whole thing is, his father's a dick.
Was his father a dick?
Because he keeps selling his son.
Oh, that. Actually, that just you know what this did remind me a lot of, because with the one girl is in a gang, the other girl police officer. It reminded me of Hanayomi, the mermaid show.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I just thought it was funny because I'm just like, man, this reminds me of the mermaid show. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we don't really have a good idea of the new girl's personality. So
Crazy obsessed love person.
I don't know, but that's like the fake personality.
No, it isn't.
Like,
No. She's obsessed with him because she.
She is obsessed, but
she
she's
did all
not.
the stuff for him.
You're right. The obsessive part, yes, that's real.
Totally to your type of girl, Truman. Huh? You like the yanderes and the murderers.
If she's fully yandere, she boom, hands down. I guess I have to jump off the Onodera train. But until then, I'll keep my ticket because I'm going to keep the train analogy for as long as I can.
Woot woot! Can't stop the train.
Yep. Nate, you got any particular opinion about it?
Not really. I still like the show.
So yeah, I mean, next, I guess this week actually.
Well,
This week we'll get to see an episode with a real personality.
But like everyone's spying in on the dates. The tomboy being dressed up like a girl, no one notices.
Well, when she dressed up as a girl, people did notice. I mean, people noticed her more because
Well, I mean,
Okay.
they didn't
She got
notice who she
attention,
was.
but she was not recognized.
yes.
So that was that. That was.
I do want to see like a cops being called in on the Yakuza while the gang was going on. I hope that all the relationships.
It's gonna become a
Wait,
dark.
so you-
It's gonna become a dark comedy where all three sides just collapse and crash.
Wait, are you saying you want the whole comedy aspect to kind of just die off, and you want it to become like a show about a mob, like just Yakuza war versus the police?
You wanna know how this ends up happening? He confesses to Onodera.
There we go. Boom.
So Onodera train gets on the roof, gets moving on the tracks. All the relationships collapse. All out war.
Train wreck, explosions. All of Tokyo's dead.
Just fool. Oh man.
But guys, Jojo's
What?
out.
And badass.
Oh god. Up to episode 2, and just yes. Nate, RJ, I don't remember if you were around. So I from some stuff I saw online, some people did like, based on the pace of the first 2 episodes, they're already estimating it's going to be a 3-season show.
3 seasons.
Yeah. And
Well, that's
also,
if
like,
they're
just
gonna.
based
That's
on
if
the
they're
pace
gonna. That's if they're gonna put in every tarot card battle, and then once they're done with the tarot card battles, just be like, oh yeah, here's the other wave of battles that you won't be able to tell how long it is.
I mean, I only got up to the tarot card battles in the manga, and I just want to say I'll be pissed if they don't do all the tarot card battles, because those are awesome.
But
Like strength, come on, strength.
but like you're
Also,
reading.
like
But when you
another
were
reason
reading the
they would-
manga, you would see like, oh, okay, they're just going through all the tarot cards, and at the end of the tarot cards, you're like, all right, they're finally gonna be in Egypt next episode. Nope, here's more episodes of stands battling it out.
But one thing you got to keep in mind is, like, I think I actually just read this somewhere, is Stardust Crusaders is basically a license to print money, just because it's super insanely popular.
So they can throw all the money because this show looks great. Just
exactly, like it's all like already. I mean, it just the quality of it is incredible, and it's Stardust Crusaders. So like, why would they not go 3 seasons? Like, there's no reason for them to not go 3 seasons. Is pretty much the point.
I love JoJo.
God, I've had so much fun. Oh man.
They got all the crazy like wackiness of it, and just Jotaro being like, "Yeah, I'm the toughest guy around."
I love the mother because she's like, "Oh, my son's so perfect," and then it's just like, "Shut up, bitch."
It's like,
Man, I want Silver Chariot to be introduced, because Silver, like, I don't actually remember the dude's name. I just remember the stand's name. Silver Chariot was my favorite.
dude, who remembers
Also,
the character
Silver Chariot's my
names?
favorite stand. Yeah, character names are for losers.
It's all
Yeah,
about the
my
stands.
You know what my favorite part of the episodes have been?
What's that?
Dio.
Dio's looking badass.
Just the constant Dio shots are incredible.
His face is always in the dark, and he's like, he always has his shirt off, and he's buff, and
He's got that whole monologue as he's walking through like his castle.
And then he kind of turns back and arches in like the classic JoJo sexy pose that like doesn't make any sense.
And at
He,
the foot of the
turns back-
stairs, there's the dead
Yeah.
woman with the
He
blood
turns
leaking
back
from
to
her neck.
nothing. Oh my god, it's so great. God, Dio. God.
He's right
Dio
up
is
there with
awesome.
King Torture, man.
Oh, definitely.
Dude, and the fucking like effects when they do their special attacks, like when he did Emerald Splash in episode
Oh yeah.
2.
Oh my god, it was just the effects on it are so awesome, and they can really go all out on effects with the stands, versus Ripple, which I do like Ripple. I mean, I'm still someone who likes the Ripple, so I do miss the Ripple.
I thought about it's like, does Joseph still have the Ripple powers?
You mean like his body?
Like,
Yeah.
can he still use Ripple attacks?
Yeah, but he hasn't done it in like 17 billion years.
Okay. Also, his stand, like, it's useful, but it seems so powerless.
It's like my stand's power only works when I destroy a $20 camera.
Yeah, no, his stand is useless. I mean, he's become kind of just he's become an extra. Is pretty much what happened. Which is too bad because
is he Ario Speedwagon?
he is Speedwagon. Honestly, like that's what he is. He's Speedwagon.
No, he's way more useful than Speedwagon.
Okay,
Speedwagon basically saw something, his jaw would drop, and then he'd spout exposition.
He's like season 1 Speedwagon, where like sometimes he'd throw his hat, and he could take out a zombie or two. He's like
No, I would say Joseph is now more like season 1 Zeppelini, who is probably going to go get himself killed.
No, just from what I've seen, the Abdul or whatever, the guy with the
Abdul and Phantom Chariot, or not Silver Chariot, they're Zeppeli.
Well, this season's going to have a bigger cast of characters.
Yeah, that's one thing. There is, I mean, I think you can even see from the intro that there's 4, 5 main characters.
Yeah, Joseph, Jojo, Abdul. And it basically gives away that the dude with the hair is going to join their team.
It straight up says it, basically.
And it shows who's Silver Chariot. So we're good. I mean, they're like the first characters, so
They are the first two. Like, they're
also,
the first.
I figured we should also bring this up. The OP was pretty damn good.
The opening was awesome.
Dude, I was just waiting for that one point where it's just like, come on, they got to say either Jojo or Stand. And they say at one point, it's like, Jojo, 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 Jojo.
Because I've been rewatching, or I kind of rewatched a lot of season 1. I just love that song so much, and it's not the same song, but it's just incredible.
I also, isn't the animation style the same?
The anime, yeah, it's pretty much the same.
I really like the animation style.
Yeah, no,
I did go back and listen to the OP and ending for both parts of the first season.
It's a good middle ground. It's a good middle ground between the first season, or like the first season's first opening and second opening is what I think. Where the second opening's all super smooth, like spy-like, then the other one's like hard, pump it up for the fight. It's a good middle ground between those.
My one complaint is the ending still hasn't been released.
Oh,
it's been just filler endings so far. So the third episode is going to have the first real ending, and my biggest complaint, I think probably of the entire series, is that there's a really good chance it won't be Roundabout.
There's a 95% chance it's not going to be Roundabout because they did play a song.
They did it for the entire season 1. Both halves. They changed the opening, but the ending was
part of the song, and the second part is the second part of the song.
And man, it's not gonna be Roundabout, and that hurts. Man, you have no idea how many times I just listened to Roundabout on loop while I was rewatching season 1.
It's like, I don't even need their voices. I know what's going on. It's just gonna look cool. And then Roundabout's just blasting the whole time.
Pretty much, and that's probably gonna be my biggest complaint of the entire series, unless they skip all the tarot card battles. Then that'll be my biggest.
Unless the song will work on our hearts even better than Roundabout.
Man, Roundabout is like a perfect song though. Like, there's nothing wrong. There's like Roundabout is like up there in best songs ever made category.
Jay, if it's different, Truman's going to complain about it from the beginning. It's at the end of the season, or the end of the series, that we have to look at the ending again.
Exactly, and that's totally true.
All right.
Because right now, literally anything that isn't Roundabout, I'm going to be unhappy with. But by the end, I'll be used to it. I'll be like, all right, this is also a very good ending thing.
So
it's not Roundabout level good, but...
All
right, so we're all excited, super excited for JoJo.
So let's go on to... Let's finish those other three. What is it? Riddle. Akuma no Riddle.
Okay, so Demon Riddle. I was actually surprised. I was kind of... I'm pretty interested in it, honestly. I've seen the first 2 episodes where they kind of introduce the cast, and then
Yeah.
I guess they kind of say. I guess it's kind of set up because the end of episode 2 is
Yeah,
where
it's-
she kind of declares, "Oh, I'm gonna protect her,"
Yeah,
which
this
we
is all
kind of
set up.
assumed.
It's like, come on, it's going to be like just. I'm hoping it's just going to be like boss rush kind of thing.
I mean, it was tagged Yuri, so we all kind of assumed that she was gonna do that.
It says it in the description.
It's in the description, Truman.
And yeah, I
She
think it is
goes,
in the
like,
description
She
too.
decides
So-
to protect her.
So I mean, we all saw it coming. Actually, I saw before episode 2 came out, there was this one theory that I thought was really cool. That like what the coolest thing they could possibly do for episode 2 is the red-haired girl is actually the assassin, and the blue white-haired girl, whatever, the main character is actually the target. Boom.
Yeah, the problem is that she's an assassin. Like,
I know.
she's a trained assassin. That's what she's been
But
trained to do it.
she thinks she's a trained assassin. Boom.
There's that one part. There's that one part in episode 2 where she's all like, "I don't care what the test will say if I don't kill her," kind of thing. And I'm all like, "Well, if you're gonna protect her like you pretty much already are, I think you're still gonna get high marks on the assassin board here. If you take out all 11 other assassins."
Yeah, but you didn't actually assassinate.
I don't care. You still get high marks, probably.
I kind of doubt it. I mean, it's like
No, okay, I think.
Does it
Look,
matter how many
it's gonna
points
end
you
up being
score?
it's gonna end up being like No More Heroes. Oh, she's the best assassin because she was able to stop all assassins.
pretty true.
Yeah, I think
Um,
because she rips up the card at the end of the second episode, they're like, okay, we'll judge her based on if she beats everyone else and keeps the girl protected.
well, I assume at the very end, she won't be an assassin anymore. It's going to be a redemption story.
Probably, but you know.
Except technically, she's never killed anyone.
Oh God, that was kind of silly. I thought it was like, really, like you're gonna throw that. I don't know. I always think it's silly when they do stuff like that.
So
Like if you're gonna base the whole thing around everyone being an assassin and just be like, oh, but the main character, they're different
well,
because
okay,
they haven't killed anybody. It's like, really? Come on.
this is what I'm thinking is she'll beat the other assassins, and then like they'll either leave the school, which is what they said, or the target girl is gonna kill them.
Dude, I'm just hoping for it to be a lot like Katana Gatari, where it's just going to be a series of fights every episode.
Oh, that's what I'm
Oh,
hoping.
how
too.
incredible would that be?
Just one really good fight every episode. That's all I'm asking.
Well, there's what 10 episodes left? No, 13. Okay, there's 11 episodes left.
One for
And
every
there's-
fight.
Okay, here's the
Like-
thing: is one. I'm pretty sure 2 of them are going to be one fight. The little girl and the like.
Okay, one for
Yeah,
every
yeah.
fight, then a finale of some sort.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay,
thinking. Is
but
there'll be
let's-
10 fights, and then the last episode might be a boss rush episode again.
I know. I highly doubt that they'll do that though. Come on.
It'd be so cool.
No, it
Let me
probably
dream.
won't, but that would be awesome. Yeah.
Let me dream.
You can dream, but I'm gonna put my money on that's not what's gonna happen.
Honestly, the last episode is probably just going to be like them trying to take down the system.
Also, the teacher. Don't forget the teacher.
Teaches nothing.
Not okay.
No,
Not
the
their
teacher-
homeroom teacher. The guy that
Didn't
sent her.
They said the
No,
teachers.
the homework.
They said the homeroom
They
said
teacher's
that.
not an
No one
assassin.
said it. Yeah.
No,
they
they hint. Didn't they hint at it in episode 1 that he really was?
No.
No,
They-
in the
they
second episode,
literally
they
flat
said
out
he
said-
doesn't know what the hell's going on.
I thought they did in episode.
No.
1. They like hinted that he was. Yeah, no, yeah, because she said, how did he sneak? How did I not notice his presence behind me? Boom.
Because he has no killing intent.
No, it's because he's an assassin. Too.
He's not.
Not out to get her. He's not a part of the thing, but he's definitely also an assassin. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling the homeroom teacher is also some kind of trained assassin.
Okay. Sure. We'll find
That's
out
what I'm-
later on.
I'm sure we will find out.
Okay.
All right.
So Truman,
Next on our list,
I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate your guts.
is this because of the rabbit show?
Yeah, it's because of Bunny Cafe.
Really? Because I thought Nate would hate it, and apparently he doesn't.
I didn't find it to be that bad.
I was
I laughed at it.
literally just like, oh my god, nothing is happening. It's just, oh look, friendship, hug it out, let's make some lattes.
Wow, you really did hate it.
It's like,
I don't know, I enjoyed it.
and then the thing that pisses
My
me off,
only
it's like,
complaint-
oh, it's like, this is the bunny. No, that's not a bunny. I was really happy.
That was
I
weird.
was really happy when they pointed out it looks nothing like a bunny.
One complaint I had is that the I guess the rabbit thing I guess the grandpa who we find out wasn't voiced by Wakamoto because it reminded me of like the
On Sakamaru?
orange dude from from Ninja Nonsense. It just I thought it would be also like. Because it's the same kind of like mascot-y thing, and I was really hoping as soon as like you heard that it was the deep voice, I'm like, oh my god, maybe it's Wakamoto, but it wasn't, and that makes me sad.
How is Nathan
other
not
than
with
that-
me on this?
I don't know, honestly, that
No,
surprises me.
I thought
But-
at times I laughed at it, and I
There we
No.
go.
didn't think it was that
He's
bad.
not under obligation to hate anything that isn't Psychopaths.
I loved Psychopaths.
I said everything that it wasn't Psychopaths.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm
you're
trying to
saying
say that you only like things that are super grim, dark,
Okay, yeah,
and
I
edgy.
get that now. You're saying things that don't. We saw them in dark, and I can't wait for the second season of that.
Man, I don't know, because the first season ended so well, and I don't want it to continue, because it was awesome.
I know, but still,
It's like, when you continue something that ended
Okay.
so well, it's like, how,
excited
like,
just
House of
to-
Cards Season 3. I want to see,
Ah.
oh my god, Jay, fix whatever you just changed.
I didn't change anything.
You had to have, because my echo just went up a lot. It's like, House of Cards Season 3. Do I want it? Of course. Do I want it? No, because the ending of Season 2 was just so perfect.
I thought you were going to bring up Chew 2.
God, Choo 2 is the opposite in that it just never should have existed. Like it's that season, it's not like season 1 had this incredibly perfect ending. No, it was like it's like, oh, they got together. All right, cool. Whatever. You can easily get past that. You can easily make more. What season 2 did is just take everything and just.
We've heard
I don't
this.
even
We've
know.
heard this 100 times.
I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, you've heard it. You know what my opinions on it are. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Bunny Cafe.
Are you?
I'll enjoy
It's
it. I mean, maybe not
like-
looking forward to it, but I'll enjoy it every time I watch it.
I enjoyed Supersonico at some point. But this, I'm just seeing nothing I can care about.
Maybe I'll get used to it.
Maybe I'll get used
I
to
just-
disappointment and absolute nothingness. God damn it. I want White Fox's next anime
I
to
didn't
come
really
out.
like the tsundere. I don't really like the tsundere gun girl. I was
You mean
kinda
the one
anti
who's
her.
obviously going to move into the cafe?
The one who's obviously gonna move into the cabin. The one who's 100% gonna move in. That one, yeah.
And then I'm all like, well, at least I have nothing in common with this main character. Then she starts doing insane math off the top of her head.
Yep.
Then I got really sad.
Alright. What is our next show that we watch? Oh, Flag.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was going to. After I've seen up through episode 2,
Yes.
and on 1 I was really on the fence. After 2, I don't hate it.
It's a lot darker than I thought it was going to be at some points.
Darker.
Like, when it goes to, like, the serious tone kind of thing.
Okay, I think it's more just the fact that death is an actual possibility in the
I was
show.
also thinking that it would just be a bunch of silly nonsense.
I mean, it kind of is. Did you see the secondary female lead?
I mean-
Like, also the character that was introduced.
No,
also
like-
the older sister character.
I mean,
Like,
it has...
Oh,
they're all
It
ridiculous.
jumps...
It's all
Shut the fuck up!
one.
It jumps from this super ridiculous point to these super serious, oh, I'm the only survivor of a cruise ship. And just keeps fluctuating.
They bring it up so jokingly. At no point is there actually any serious drama around he's the only survivor of the cruise ship. There's like, oh, well, we don't know what's going on with my sister.
Dude.
But in the preview to the third episode, I'm pretty sure I saw the sister there.
Oh, okay, I just want to say, in the first episode, at first I thought it was going to be... Oh, wait, not at first. Halfway through, when they kind of go into some of the characters' background, I thought it was going to be multiple choice mixed with Princess Lover.
Wait, why Princess Lover?
Because they're
One of the
rich.
girls is a princess, and one of the girls is the heiress to a conglomerate.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah.
And that made me very afraid.
Why? Both of those shows were... I mean, well, Princess Lover wasn't bad.
Princess Lover wasn't, like, awful, but it wasn't, like, good either.
What is it?
It wasn't bad.
Know what's better?
It was a good
Know what's way better than multiple choice? Or seeing multiple choices in your head? The flags. Because multiple choices was a curse. This is a superpower.
I thought... Although it was kind of funny because in episode 1 it's like I know exactly how to break flags, you know, with one thing.
He
And
doesn't know how to break flags with one saying.
It then didn't work with the one girl, didn't work with the sister, and then with the dude with the trap. Yeah, with the trap, it was just like not even close. Like I don't even know what these are.
I love the manly flag coming up.
that was funny. This is a funny show. I'm enjoying this one too.
I am more hopeful than I was before. I'm not gonna say I enjoy it. I'm more hopeful now.
Like I
watched it after Bunny Cafe.
It's just so.
So
Episode 2 was just so out there though. It was just like, all right, I'm following, and then they introduced like 3 characters that like, boom, like here's this little girl. She's old. Here's this big girl. She's young. Here's shit that's happening. All right, here's a trap character. Boom. The other 2 characters are gone. I was like, I honestly couldn't follow what was happening for half of it.
don't worry, you only need to know 5 characters.
Yeah, and then they're gone. It's
I
like,
know. I don't think we need to know 5 characters. I think we have to know like 10. One of them
But,
is the main character. One of them is the trap, and the other 8 are gonna be girls.
Oh, 100%.
God.
And they're all gonna live in the house.
But yeah, I get what you're saying, Truman. Where it's just like, here's a new character, here's another one. Take them all.
But also they're gone now. It's like that was so weird. The class president and then the little old girl that went through me.
The little old girl annoys me just because it seems like a baby.
I think that was the point.
So dumb.
Also, why did her sister have armor on? She was wearing armor, and they never.
I don't think they're sisters. I think one's just the class president.
They just have similar hair.
Hair usually means related. I guess I just assumed. Then okay, fine.
Harris.
Whoever she was, the class president. Why was she wearing armor? Because she was wearing armor.
She's the class president.
Exactly. that kind of confused me.
Well, you've seen Medaka Box. Class presidents have to do a lot of crazy stuff.
I'm just gonna say she's probably in the Kendo Club or something. I don't know.
No, she's in the student council club.
Yeah, she's in the student council.
Hey, whatever, fine. She's crazy. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Should we talk about some other shows we watched?
Some other shows we watched.
Oh my god, okay. I just gotta... I'm gonna jump right into it, because one thing I have to say right now is I watched the first 2 episodes of Captain Earth. Jay, did you get to watching
Oh
that?
my god. Captain Earth.
It's literally... It's just fucking... what's it called? That show... It's Star Driver, like, redone.
Wait,
It's
you
just
didn't know?
redone
It's
Star
made by
Driver.
the people who did Star Driver.
I know it was made by them, but it is
Come on.
just Star Driver again.
Giant mech suits powered by libidos.
Oh my god, that's what drove me off the wall. It's like, okay, fine. So you have the secret organization that lives in kind of the real world, but not. And then you have these robots that exist in a different dimension. Okay, fine, whatever. And then they're powered by libido, and that's where it's like, man, fuck this show.
No one made me just be like, oh my god. The ending of the first episode where you see the combination sequence for launching it. So it shoots a rocket from Earth. After lighting up 3 satellites, it shoots a rocket from Earth that turns into a little mech man, where then it passes through the first satellite, where they attach giant legs to it, where then it goes up even further to the second satellite, where they attach giant body to it. So the little tiny robot is not even practical or needed at all. And then they attach a head, and it transforms into a big robot.
God, I hate the fucking hat, because the hat is the hat. I hate that hat.
I'm so glad I didn't watch this now.
And then there's the whole second episode where it's like, oh, we're gonna put you under government surveillance and stuff. Put on these headphones that hurt if you walk outside. So he walks outside.
Because we have to have the fucking mystery girl. Oh, look, it's mystery girl. She's probably gonna die at some point.
No, but he walks outside the bounds of oh my god, he's escaping. And he's just like, man, these headphones really do hurt. Time to take out that control tower. And he just summons his gun from the ultimate containment breach. And I'm like, you knew you could do that? Was that explained at some point? You just knew it's gun! Come to my hand! And then he just blows up a tower. I'm like, he just destroyed probably $1 million worth of equipment just to throw a boomerang around.
Probably killed a bunch of people too.
Nah, I'm gonna say it's a little radio tower.
God, and it's 25 episodes.
I'm so excited.
I might continue it. Since I only have to watch 1 episode a week, maybe I'll continue it. But chances are I'll just drop it on by episode 7 because if they say libido 3 more times, I'm done.
They're gonna say it every time, you know.
And I know, so exactly. So chances are I'm gonna be done pretty quickly. God, I hate. Ugh.
Mikaku City Actors.
Man. It's just Star Driver. It's just, hey, here's more Star Driver.
That was a topic change. Mikaku City Actors.
New show.
The shaftiest show ever.
It was really shafty, and I didn't know it was a shaft show going in, and it sounded weird. So I'm like, yeah, we'll see what it is. And it's boom, it's really shafty. But I'm enjoying it a lot so far because it's actually most shaft shows are really not actiony, but this is.
Well, I watched it on Truman's recommendation because I was like, there are enough shows with needs going on that
There's so many needs going on.
But Truman recommended it, so I watched it, and I really liked it.
Oh, because he's in it. Yeah, I guess. Okay, gotcha.
I need to see more, but I'm like, this looks way too similar to Bakemonogatari for me right now.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's basically the exact same art style. Also, I wanted to. Just one thing that bugged me. So the little, I don't know, AI thing. It's definitely supposed to be Miku, right?
Dude, I don't give a fuck.
It seems beyond obvious.
Miku sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you have that irrational hatred of all things.
Of all things?
Of things that aren't based on shows or mangas.
It's based on a video game. Jay loves video games.
Miku's not based on a video game.
Really? I thought isn't that the...
No, Miku is based off a voice program.
Oh. I thought that
she's the mascot for the voice program.
Vocaloid.
I thought they were karaoke games based.
No, they're not. Yeah, they're not games. They're just voice programs to make songs using pre-recorded voices.
Oh.
Okay. That's weird. I thought they were karaoke games. It just sounds stupid.
Although the karaoke game was released for Vocaloid, but yeah.
Okay, maybe that's all I know about it.
But speaking of needs, No Game No Life.
No Game No Life is probably this show I think I'm just going through most excited for, other than other Jojo doesn't count. Jojo's in a whole nother. Jojo's like the kill of this season, and like everything. When I say something's the best of the season, like it's just obviously discounting Jojo. So I think No Game No Life is my top, like my right now top show of the season.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It is.
Episode 1 was awesome.
It is. What is it? Mundachi Tachi? Is that what it's called?
Problem
The
Children.
Troublesome Children show. But like, with the more conniving, darker main character.
Also more story.
It does. Well, okay. I don't.
Well, I guess we haven't really gotten into story.
Yeah.
But the opening had them with crowns, so I assume they're gonna.
No, the opening thing that like bugged me was, or not the opening, but the thing that bugged me in this episode was just like, and fall, and they start falling. It's just like time to explain everything, just right there. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Why do you have to give all 10 rules right now?
I really like the art style of it, though. It's a really unique kind of art style to it. In like heavily shaded. I don't know. I liked it a lot. Also, it kind of brings me to the point I wanted to make, which it seems like this show is kind of just like incest the season.
It's the season of neats and incest.
Yeah. I mean, I guess actually, now that I think about it, there's only 2 really incesty shows, isn't
Three.
3? What's the third one?
There's No Game No Life.
Yeah.
Mahaku, whatever.
Yeah. What's the other one?
Selector Infected Rick Sauce.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that one.
I've watched 2 episodes of it.
What do you think after 2 episodes of it?
They still haven't gone too much into the like actual card game mechanic. But it's only 12 episodes, so like.
Wait. You're what?
I don't know if I should keep watching it or not.
You're watching a card game show that is not Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V.
Oh my god, Jay. No one cares about Yu-Gi-Oh! Except
Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V so far, after 1 episode, is way better than all of GX.
I don't care.
And while waiting for the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, which is right now the biggest, most hyped thing I've been watching.
I don't. Okay, Jay. This Selector show is only 12 episodes. I don't want to like a 50 episode Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime.
Watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, everyone.
No. Maybe when I have a bunch.
Maybe
of
over
time,
the summer. Maybe over the summer.
But not right now. And this show, okay, there's like colored, like they have deck colors, and in the battle in the second episode, one of the girls summons like a bird creature thing, but the character avatar used it to attack. They haven't explained how the card game is played.
That's because it's not going to be a real card game.
No, it's not.
So that's why they don't need to explain it.
So, like, I don't know, a third of the episode was based off the incest.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Like, the
So
third episode, I'm pretty sure the villain character or whatever, is gonna find out about the incest. And like, it's not like the actual incest, it's just this sister wants the brother.
Yes, the sisters of Brocon.
And like, I want to keep watching it because I feel like it might get lolsy, but otherwise it's just gonna be disappointing.
Nate, did you watch Mahoka?
Yes, I have. And I'm also... The main character in that seems like the main character kind of like No Game, No Life.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, just the...
Like an intelligent guy that kind of will pull all the strings.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty common thing for main characters to do, to like be the intelligent guy rather than the doing something person.
Well, yeah, but the intelligent guy with incest, kind of incestuous relationship.
Oh yeah. I don't know. So far, I thought
where he actually did something was cool. I'm still on the fence.
The end of the second episode.
Yeah, where he kind of just totally just fucked that dude up. I'm gonna dedicate. I'll probably watch the whole thing mainly because I told you this one guy on my forum said the light novel is incredible. So.
Well, I'm interested, so I'll probably watch it with you.
I am not interested in it.
Well then.
Magic technology bugs me.
Exactly, like that's it. Actually turned that kind of like I don't know. Magic technology is kind of a pet peeve for me too, but I'm taking it on faith so far. Although I think the ending of 2 was pretty good, so I don't really have a problem with it.
Well, then I doubt you guys are gonna want to watch Breakblade with me.
I'll try it. I'll give everything 3 episodes.
Dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. They now have solid holograms. Solid holograms. He can ride his monsters.
God, Jay, you are forbidden to talk sense of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I just had a transition into Breakblade, an okay one. Let me talk about it.
Didn't you already talk about it?
Concept of the show is that people can control like these crystals, like quartz or whatever.
Okay.
And they base their technology off of it. So that's how they use engines. Is that they use the quartz to like move the pistons, and so that's how they get the engine to work. And that's how they shoot guns. Is they do all this stuff. So everything's based off these quartz. But there's like a tiny % chance that you can be born without that ability, and you're called an unsorcerer.
An unsorcerer?
Such a stupid title.
That is the worst title to ever have.
He is an unsorcerer.
Such
oh
a
my
dumb
god.
name. But so like apparently there's a war starting, and like, they can use mechs by manipulating these quartz. And the main character is an unsorcerer, and he gets called into the capital of his country or whatever because the king is his college friend. And he's like, hey, we found this ancient mech that doesn't run on quartz. We don't know how to make it work. We're hoping you could help figure it out. And just at the very end of the episode, there's an attack near the big site or whatever where they found the thing. And the king's like evil people are like, oh, we're gonna kill the king now. And he activates the mech, and then it cuts. It goes to the ending, and I'm like, oh, come the fuck on. You could have had action. Give me action. That's what I want from the show. It's a mech show.
I mean, when 2 comes out, I'll probably give it I'll give it a try.
It came out right.
Well, I meant, out, so I can just stream it on it.
No, it's put up on Anime Season.
Oh, is it? I just only see one so far. Oh, there it is, 2.
I think the second episode just got put up, so I'm gonna watch it after this, and I'll let you know if the combat's good or not.
So, I think that's everything all of us would be interested in.
There's
so don't actually no. There's 2 others I kind of wanted to bring up just in case you guys might be interested. Actually, a couple.
I think I watched everything you recommended.
Okay, so you also see the Chiaka one with the...
Yeah, Hitsugi no Chiaka.
What do you think about that one? I think only episode 1 is out.
Yeah, I've seen the first episode. Might be good.
Exactly. Like I'm pretty on the fence, and like I'll see it. Hopefully, I think it could be cool.
What's it about?
I do think. Okay, so there's this some lowly girl is carrying a coffin. It's basically Coffin Man.
Oh god.
I know, right? That's honestly one of the things that sold me is because it reminds just seeing some person carrying a coffin through a forest just reminded me of Coffin Man, and I was like, yes.
Coffin Man is so dumb.
Coffin Man is so cool though.
He's so cool, but he's so dumb.
Movie again? It was
Death Trance.
Death Trance. Oh my god, Death Trance is definitely one of the best movies ever made.
No, it isn't.
But so inside the coffin is actually like basically magic gun, and apparently only a few people can use the magic guns, and so she's being hunted.
But she can only use magic through the gun.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it works. So
Is
only
it-
the mages can use the magic guns. Then there's so she meets this basically episode 1 is her meeting this dude. So they meet a unicorn, and for the first time in any mythological reference, in any kind of reference ever to unicorns, the unicorn was just evil. It's just
You never got there in Monster Hunter 2.
Mhm.
The thing reminded me of a freaking Kren.
Oh, I've seen pictures of it.
Like,
But it was just
this
like
is more like an undead version of it, but it reminded me of a Kren.
it was so funny. They're just like, oh no, it's a unicorn, run! like really? I've never seen those words used together.
They're
It's
like, oh
usually
my god.
oh,
They run away and then they get away and they're like, well, crap, we don't know where to go now. Well,
and
we're
it's
gonna
kill us.
die.
And they resign themselves to dying. They're just like, it's gonna catch us and kill us, and there's nothing we can do. I'm like, really? Unicorns are like the top of the food chain in this place. It was weird. So basically, what ends up happening is they find out she's a mage. One of the main dudes, he goes Super Saiyan pretty much, and they kill the thing, and then other stuff happens. It's kind of it's like this. It's adventure-y. It seems adventure-y, and I'm into an adventure-y stuff right now, so I'm interested.
Is there another one?
Other show I started watching that could go either way. It's Nanana, and they opened up with like these people going through basically an Indiana Jones style dungeon, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. But then it cut to like, oh, here's this guy. He moves into an apartment, and there's this ghost girl who's haunting it, and
That's the other neat one, isn't it?
That's another neat one, yeah.
no, it's not. It's not.
She's a neat ghost.
I guess technically she's a neat.
That's
ghost.
what it says in the description.
Yeah, I think that was the one where she's a neat ghost, and I mean here's how I could see it going. It could go be a generic slice of life school rom-com, and then I would say it's a generic whatever. Or it could go these people travel to dungeon and adventure if the episodes are them adventuring their way through dungeons, I'm gonna love the show. If it's a generic rom-com, I'm gonna whatever. So it's only episode 1's been released, and I'm totally on the fence depending on what they do with it. And then the other one I think was interesting was Sidonia, and it's pretty hardcore sci-fi, like not anime sci-fi, like sci-fi.
Oh, I'm out.
Other than the giant robots, so it's like this, kind of futuristic dystopia. This colony is like all broken down, building on the ancient refuse of what other people made, and they don't understand what's down below. And they're just kind of building on it. So like it's like a tower. Like their city is like this big tower. They just keep building on top of the old shit to make new shit. And it's really it's kind of cool because it's like really dystopian. Like there's like a bunch of characters like obviously just clones of each other because they look exactly the same. And like at one point the main character like walks past this they've been like technically at war with this alien species for like 100 years. So, like martial law has been enacted. And you see this like protest, and the protest is just like, oh, look at like the people in charge of us are actually like they're robot. It's kind of like psychopaths. Like they're robots. They're not real people, and they're controlling us. Blah blah blah. And the alien, at the very end they introduced like the alien monsters, and I'll be, it's just episode 1. It'd be really cool if it's like how do I kind of like Attack on Titan-ish, where it's like the monsters are huge, big, and just like kind of overwhelming. If it's kind of just like they end up going one-on-one with them, kind of like most next stuff, I'll be less interested. But if they keep the theme of like there are these unstoppable monsters that we're barely holding off, I think that's a lot more interesting and more kind of in tone with the sci-fi feel. So I'm pretty interested in this one, but we'll see how it goes.
It's like I got 3 shows. One being Soul Eater Not, which is if you like Soul Eater, you'll like it.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it on AS. That's why I didn't watch that one.
And Day Day Live 2, which nothing has happened yet.
I didn't mention that because
nothing's happened
I
yet.
didn't think it's
And the last one is 1 Week Friends.
Oh, what do you think of that one, Jay?
I think that it's like it's 50 First Dates ish, and it's like, you know, it's a romantic story from the guy's point of view kind of thing, and it's funny enough.
So, like, every romantic
No,
anime?
not every romantic anime.
Oh,
Because most romantic animes, from the guy's point of view, become a harem show.
True. Okay,
But what I wanted
true.
to say is, whatever she has really sucks, because it's the most specific memory loss in existence. Because it's like
ultra specific memory loss.
it's like anyone you want to spend time with that isn't your family, you will lose all the memories of them per week.
Just every Sunday night.
Super specific. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw the first 2 episodes of it, and you know it seems nice. I'll watch it. You know, I enjoyed the first 2 episodes.
It's cute enough.
It's pretty cute. I forgot to mention one show that I watched, and I'm just gonna. I watched it based on a GIF I saw of the transformation scene, and it was an awesome transformation scene. Basically, dude's clothes. It was basically like a magical girl transformation, but it was like this dude and poses. It was like Jojo and magical girls and transformations. I was like, all right, I'm watching this show.
I saved that GIF.
Then I saw 2 episodes of it. You saw the GIF, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I know the GIF. The GIF is amazing.
So I went to watch the show, and it's about this. It's a shoujo show about like these people. These gods are brought to this high school to learn how to relate to humans, and the only human is this one girl. And
So it's a reverse harem show.
what bugs? So it's a shoujo, yeah, shoujo harem.
Reverse harem.
So the reverse harem, yeah, whatever. So there's 2 Norse gods, 2 Japanese gods, and 2 Greek gods. I think that's 3 Greek gods.
You would think the Greek gods would know how to interact with people being around for thousands of years.
So what bugs me, well, one of the things that really bugged me is what always bugs me in shows like this is inconsistencies. Like, so the leader of the leader of the school is Zeus. Okay, makes sense. Whatever. So, but one of the gods, it's like, you know, and he's like, you know, old man, king of the gods, whatever. And one of the, you know, shoujo-y pretty boy, you know, main other gods is Hades. But Hades is Zeus's brother. So why is he like 16?
And Zeus is the youngest of...
Yeah, he should be older than Zeus!
Yeah, it's just like, what? Why? He, like, why would you pick Hades? Like, why?
Athena's not a death god!
Exactly. Because there is Athena's not a death god in this. One of the Norse gods is Loki. So first off, they pick Loki and Balder. Those are the 2 Norse gods they pick, which I thought it was a pretty funny pick. First off,
I can understand Loki.
Dude, Loki's hot. Haven't you seen the Avengers?
so they pick Loki, and you know, obviously they play on the whole like, oh, look at him, he's the rambunctious trickster guy. But then at one point they're like, oh, he's also the god of fire, and he's like throwing fireballs, and I'm like, wait. And like I even went to Wikipedia because I'm like, hey, I'm no expert on Norse mythology. I don't think Loki's a fire god. I'll check. Nope, not at all. At one point he meets Logi with a G, who is like a fire manifestation, but it isn't him in any way. And he like meets him at one point in Norse mythology. And they're just like, yeah, he's a fire god. And they're like, and Susanoo, he's a water god. And I didn't actually look that one up, and I don't know if I know jack shit about Japanese mythology.
Susanoo's the one who slayed the Orochi, right?
I know that.
So, if I go by my knowledge of Susanoo's legend being Okami, that makes no fucking sense at all.
That's what I thought. So yeah, and if they were, because they were trying to show like, oh, you can't, like, their god's powers have been sealed. Like, they try to attack. Thor is one of the people. Why didn't they just have Thor do something?
Mm.
That bothered me. Other than that, it's shoujo-y, and I hope there's more transformation sequences, because that's really why I watched it. I saw the transformation sequence. I'm like, gonna watch this. Now I'm 2 episodes in, and if they don't, murder mythology anymore, then I'll, and then I'll continue watching it. If they just continue murdering mythology in awful, awful ways, I'll drop it.
And that's it, right?
I watched Mangaka-san to Assistant-san too.
Oh, okay, so you never watched Yaku and Domo, right?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so it reminded me a lot of that. Jay, did you watch both?
I watched both seasons of Setsukai Yakuman Domo because it had the word Setsukai, and I was really into Setsukai no Ichi-san. Really into it then.
So, did you? I mean, it reminded me a lot because it's like I think the best way I describe the humor is, it's the show is non-ecchi, but it's all sexual humor.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much what I think the mangaka one is, right, Nate? Did you agree on that?
Kinda.
So, I mean, I thought it was enjoyable. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, I liked it. I like the second episode because it has it does a flashback to when the assistant first starts working for him.
Oh, I haven't seen episode 2 yet. But no, keep both.
So he's like super apologetic, and he's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I did this. I can't I shouldn't have touched your hand. Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And then with all the current stuff, he's like, "Rope yourself. I need to burn the image into my mind. I need to remember all the details so that my manga can be perfect."
All right, I think that's everything on the list.
It's everything I've seen.
So yeah, I'm pretty. This looks like a pretty good season.
Oh, there's one more thing that you both need to watch.
Did you mean the OVA that never ends?
Or what? What are you talking about? The OVA that never ends?
Yeah,
I just remembered it right now.
I'm just talking
The
about
strong-
the Setsukai no Ichi-san special.
Setsukai.
Oh, no, not Setsukai no
Yeah,
Ichi-san.
you mean the world's strongest
Setsukai, yeah.
wrestling.
Oh god,
It never ends.
I haven't. Can one of you guys link me a link to the OVAs, because I don't want to look for it. Like, I'll watch it if you guys send me a link. I don't want to look for it. I didn't watch the last one either.
Here's the worst part about this series of OVAs. There was a to be continued,
Oh,
but it's a tag team wrestling match that lasts for 5 minutes, and at some point, what is it? Sakura's partner just disappears, and she's just getting pummeled by both of them.
And then she shows up at the end going "Come on, you gotta tag me."
But it's just 5 minutes of watching her being beaten to a pulp.
It's actually, it is like a regular special.
It's like watching one of the matches.
Except no.
those were all
Boston Crab.
awful.
No shitty.
Oh my god.
No, they don't have the time.
Wait,
They don't have the time for the moaning.
Did anything else in the show happen other than Boston Crabs? I thought it was Boston Crab at the show.
This special doesn't have Boston Crab. They actually
It has sumo moves.
Oh my god.
Towards the end of it, they grab her, put her on the rope, with one leg on each side, and then ram her into what's it called? Oh, the corner post.
The corner post.
It's called. Yeah, they just
Yeah.
run her along the rope into the corner post.
I hate this show. Why doesn't it die?
I don't know. When you think about it, it's just what?
I put it in there
Why?
for you, Truman.
Okay, hey, is Selector not on anime season?
What?
No, it's not. I don't think so.
Okay.
I saw it on the Anime Freak.
Okay.
Okay.
So, let's wrap up. That's it for the Weekly Watch this week. Tune in next week.
Oh, Nate.
When
What's your pick?
when we are watching, since we went through with the super calmness of everything, we need some action, some moments. So we're watching Bento, the show where they fight about buying cheap food. I'm so happy.
Really stupid concept.
I love this show.
I've seen about half of it. I don't
You
know. Why
haven't
Jade
watched
loves it so
half
much.
of it.
Yeah, I've seen 4 episodes.
But so yeah, next time, Bento. I'm Darkly 10,000. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.